Do you realize that the person who won the $1.5 billion Mega Millions hasn't picked up the prize yet? And I'm not sure why. Is that where you say, you know what, let me get all of my finances in order here. I got to get somebody to help me with this money. Got to set up LLC or whatever it might be. But wouldn't you just make sure you got the ticket to the lottery people?
Well, you can only claim that money once, right? So you might as well have it's going to sit there, and as long as you don't lose the ticket, then you might as well sort of get your affairs in order so that then when you disappear, it's seamless.
Okay, you have 180 days to turn in your ticket, I believe, and then declare what you want. You want the lump sum? And Mark Cuban said, don't take the lump sum. Take the payout. So protect yourself. So the annual installments over 3 decades, or you get $877 million lump sum. So you wonder what you would do with that kind of money. Like if you wanted to have your dream home there?
What would you... So if you were going to buy a dream house, then what one would it be? Like right now, if you're just going to say, oh, I'd get a house in Italy.
I don't know. I might buy a compound.
Big walls?
Well, no, I don't know. Not walls.
With a moat?
Ooh, a moat.
Maybe with a moat.
Like Tony Stewart.
With actual alligators in the moat. Is it alligators or crocodiles? Which one would I have in the moat?
Put a few of both in there.
Yeah.
You could afford it.
It could be bad, though. But Tony Stewart, the NASCAR driver, has a moat. Build a moat.
He wanted to buy a catapult. I remember he's like, can you buy a catapult? I was like, I don't know if you can buy those.
Well, does he have a castle?
He has he calls it the Log Mahal down there in Indiana.
Okay.
And it's quite the scene.
I wonder, do you have to, does South Carolina, where this ticket was sold, do you have to say who you are? Do they announce who you are? Do they protect your identity?
Some states you're allowed to remain anonymous, but some states require that the winner is like disclosed publicly. I think that's for transparency reasons, because it would be really easy to say like, oh yeah, somebody won, don't worry about it, we're going to send them the money, and then nobody actually does.
If the winner accepts the lump sum cash payout, the total haul would be about $491.7 million after federal and state taxes. A 7% income tax in South Carolina plus the 37% federal rate. But the fact that somebody hasn't cashed this ticket in there, yes, Paul.
Going back to that show, My Lottery Dream Home, I watched it once, and the guy who won the lottery is being toured, and he goes, "Do you like fish tanks, sir?" And he goes, "Oh, I've always wanted a fish tank." But the guy, I think, was thinking like one of those nice like 3x2 fish tanks with little powder and the guppies.
Yeah.
It was a wall of sharks. It was like there's 3 walls in the living room. And then there's it must have been 20 by 12 wall of sharks. And they told him what the monthly maintenance of it was. He's like, sounds good. Let's keep it going.
Do you like fish tanks, sir?
There's a shark. It was a wall of sharks.
Do you like gladiators?
It's a wild show.
I think it was Wall Street Journal every Friday it's a real estate. It's like a mansion section. And it's great because it's just real estate and they show you these homes. And a guy who won the lottery, he just went goofy buying things. Like, I just got to have that and that and that and that and that. And then now he's selling all of that stuff. It's one of those where you go, boy, I want to have that. And then once you have it, you realize you don't need it.
Like, how did this guy go broke? He spent $560,000 on samurai swords. Oh.
Yeah, Todd.
Now, would that excite you? Get a wall of sharks or a bunch of exotic animals behind the thing around your house?
No. I would love to have a huge garage that was heated that you could just put cars in there. Maybe you could put like 15 cars in there. And you could put them where they spun around, or they could actually move up and down on a lift where you could work underneath. And I'd have somebody work underneath the cars. Yeah, Paul.
There's a NASCAR driver. I'm not going to give the name. He has a half-mile go-kart track in his backyard, but not like the go-karts where you pay $1 and go 8 laps. Like NASCAR-style guy go-karts, and he has parties in his backyard where bumps and jumps and go-karts.
Oh, what could go wrong with alcohol and go-karts?
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.